Mount Kenya has some of the most rugged terrain in Africa. Jagged ridges, dense forests and deep gorges. It's hard to find anything up here, even a crashed helicopter. Then we spot it, a telltale gash through the forest. The wreckage indicates a hard landing. The crew has spent one freezing night on the mountain, and it's hard to tell how they are. On the ground, the first good news of this disaster. Remarkably, all 7 crew not only survived, but seemed relatively unharmed. The slopes of Mount Kenya are notoriously dangerous, particularly for pilots who don't know the terrain well and when they're flying in bad weather. And that looks as though it is exactly what happened to the Ugandan crew. The only worrying casualty was the pilot, Lieutenant Colonel Chris Kasaija. He hurt his back in the crash and he could barely walk.
Sure, when we look at the wreckage, we also get surprised that anyone could have survived. I believe many people will not want to believe that when they look at the wreckage. So I cannot tell you I did anything special that saved us, but probably God's mercy.
The crew scavenges the wreckage for whatever might be useful for another night. The weather is closing in, making the flight out risky. Meanwhile, searchers hunt for 2 other missing helicopter gunships. They eventually find them, one with its crew of 8 alive and well, the third badly burned, with all on board dead inside the smouldering wreckage. Rescuers strapped Lieutenant Colonel Kasaija in a stretcher for the difficult trek out of the forest. It's too thick for a helicopter to land here, so the only way out is on foot to a clearing. At last, the rescue is complete. The weather clears just enough and the injured pilot and his crew escape the mountain. An inquiry is now underway into how this disaster happened. Peter Grester, Al Jazeera, on the slopes of Mount Kenya.